All right, we are out at M1 Concourse with Honda HPD and about to get a ride in the new CR-V HPD Hybrid Racer. Drivetrain from an Indy car, 2.2 liter V6. Pretty cool, pretty bespoke stuff, kind of a skunkworks project that Honda did in their free time, or HPD did in their free time.
Ready?
Ready.
Feet first in. Pardon my reach.
All right, here we go.
Cool. All right. Great.
Why do you keep doing it?
CR-V Hybrid Racer, we kind of call it the beast inside. Yeah, it's kind of taken on a name of its own, a life of its own. But this was kind of a collaboration we were doing with Honda marketing too. Right? So we were saying that the CR-V Hybrid was coming out, right? And I think the point of that CR-V is also performance. So how do we, take something that's crazy and wild, but also show performance and also as part of a hybrid? So we were already working on kind of our own homegrown hybrid system. So we decided to take the IndyCar engine and add the hybrid super cap, and then there's electric motor on it. So when you guys go out, it'll start on electric motor, and then you'll see the engine fire.
Kind of like the GTP cars.
Exactly. It's very similar to the GTP cars. But from our point of view, this is there's really two big reasons for this. One is, we want to have something that was cool and wild that the marketing people could use, and kind of ties performance and IndyCar to CRV and hybrid. But also, this is going to become kind of our lab, right? So once we've kind of done the publicity tour here, we're going to keep developing it. So the first step is IndyCar engine, hybrid system with super caps and electric motor. Next year we have a plan to go, maybe more motors, maybe more battery, and then you keep developing over the years, because as racing's changing, because the industry's changing, you have to have something that we can use to keep trying out new technologies, right? And we have to always try to stay ahead of wherever the industry is going. And if Honda one day wants to go, I want to do this, we have to be ready, right? So batteries, we're making fuel cells now too, so we have to be, always ahead of the game and be ready to race whatever they want to put out on the platform. But to get into the details of it, like I said, we designed the space frame around it. Everything on the top hat, this is all production sheet metal, right? And then we went to the guys in Torrance Design Studios. Do you guys want to design this car so it looks like an old Ruby racer? They're like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. So they came up with the whole design. James was the LPL on the project, so he led this whole thing. And then we went to the guys at Hart ADC and said, can you guys help us assemble it? And they, foolishly said yes. So, a lot of this was done, credit to those guys. This is all their weekends, late nights. They spent a ton of time putting this together too. And a lot of it is also kind of our spare time, right? The guys who designed it, the guys who programmed it, they've got jobs with IndyCar and IMSA, but at the same time, they were kind of putting this together. It was kind of a labor of love. So like I said, Skeleton's a company in Germany. This is also going to be what we're going to be using, in IndyCar. So it's a good.
The Skeleton system exactly, or a similar system?
Skeleton is going to make Skeleton, same manufacturer. Super caps, kind of a different variant, but they're still super caps.
Okay.
Right. So.
And the same system for Honda and Chevy engines?
Yes, it's going to be the same system. We're actually working with Chevy and Elmore on developing parts of it too. And the motor is from the same company that we're probably going to be using for the IndyCar system. Now, instead of kind of on top, claptrapped around it, it's going to be integrated in the belt housing, so it's going to be much tighter in the IndyCar.
A little bit less space to work under that.
A little bit less space, yeah. We had a little bit more freedom. And in some ways, the front end is a NSX GT3. Hey Ben, can you guys pop the hood?
Right, the rear suspension is IndyCar.
Is IndyCar.
Yeah.
Front is NSX GT3, so you can see they're different
wheels.
Specs.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. But it doesn't make sense to go in and make brand new.
Front is NSX, you said?
NSX GT3. So you can see the front suspension, the steering rack. This is all straight out of the NSX GT3.
Sweet.
So we kind of went into our inventory and started Frankenstein this whole thing together. So
That's the fun, though.
it is. It's absolutely like the fact that we actually play in all these different categories. We can kind of start putting things together that makes sense. So important for us, like I said, to do both technology exploration, technology development. We kind of never had to put a car like this together before. We always go to the team to do it. So for us to learn it and to be able to work, like this is kind of a big all-in Honda, right? Design studio, us, and then Hart and ADC to build it. It's something like kind of an only Honda crazy project. You can kind of.
What learnings from this might make?
Oh, I think. You'd be right. Yeah, I think a lot of it is going to be how do we use hybrid, how do we use electricity for performance. From our point of view, it's also a lot of the. So cool. Just looking at this car, everybody looks at it. It's so cool. Like, and we're already thinking.